Justice League issue 39 sees Martian Manhunter make his return, confronting Perpetua, who attacks the Martian. John tries to send his mind out across the universe, with Perpetua gaining on him, causing him to go faster than he's ever gone before, until he is able to finally reach everyone, reminding them of how he reached out to them before and how the heroes would fight for all, overcoming their nature and flaws and becoming more than they are. He knows the people listened to them then, and the counteroffer was made by a god who told the people to reach out for Doom and serve her and her only. Manhunter says that the heroes don't fight for the people because they are heroes. They fight for the people because, to the Justice League, the people are the heroes. Perpetua soon catches up to Manhunter, making him stop, but John tells the people to be more than Perpetua as the totality begins glowing again. Hawkgirl knows that something is happening, and John tells her to use it to cage Perpetua, who tells her army to fight for her. The army rushes the Hall of Justice and the heroes as Perpetua tells them to kill the false gods and embrace their fate, telling Luthor to help her, but the confused and defeated man says that he is sorry because he can't. Perpetua is bound by the totality as she tries to find Manhunter, who continues to reach out to the people, telling the people to reach out to the distant place he finds himself in, and if the people join him, they can upend fate and rise together. The symbol, however, reverts back to the sigil of Doom, signaling to the heroes that they lost the vote. Perpetua frees herself, saying that she wanted them to make their case for humanity and why they should live, and wanted to give the League a chance to try and change the people, but she knew in the end they would choose her. She reveals that everything has been moved by her design, from Vandal Savage and Lex finding part of her cage to knowing that the people would always choose her and there is no longer a place for the heroes. The villain blasts the League, disintegrating them all and telling the world that this is the final truth, and now that the story has ended, a new one can begin. Near the moon, Martian Manhunter reforms from a single cell, not sensing anyone as he witnesses the Doom symbol over Earth. Soon he is met by the black suit wearing members of the Justice League, and Bruce tells him that they aren't the people's heroes anymore and they cannot hear them. Diana knows that they are not part of the world anymore, but they aren't dead. Clark tries to use his powers to get off the moon, but cannot, knowing that this can't be how it ends. Diana knows that the people were too afraid to capture Perpetua again, and no one expected it. However, John says he did. He reveals that he had a premonition about this moment. He tells them that he saw everything, right from the beginning to the end, and even the terror that would be beginning after, and he thought it was all just a trick, and that he could change it. Soon, however, the Quintessence arrive, along with the Spectre, telling them that this is always been their fate. The heroes are all given their powers and costumes back, and Batman wants to know why all these all-powerful beings never decided to pitch in and help, learning from Highfather that they saved the heroes from destruction. Phantom Stranger says that they stayed away because they have been protecting something of great importance, something Superman desperately wants to know about since they could probably use it to fight back. Diana tells Clark that they need to stay true to who they are, and if they use something like this to fight back, then they are no better than Luthor. Flash wonders if they are all just going to give up, but Aquaman thinks that maybe this moment is not theirs, as Ganthet says that what happened here was never going to work. The Guardian reveals that no matter what they did, Perpetua thrived on the lack of faith that crept up on many of their friends, some from disconnected realities, but the heroes still felt their effects. Superman wonders what this all means, learning that the universe is divided by evil, and in that division comes fear and anger, and no single action or victory can correct them. Superman wants to know what the option the Quintessence have been protecting is, and so Spectre conjures up a doorway that connects all actions, past, present, and future. Strange warns them that opening the door will bring everything to bear and give reckoning to every story they know and ones they don't. Superman knows that they need to at least try, and Batman warns them that if they do this and lose, then they will lose everything. But Wonder Woman says that Perpetua's great lie is that they each matter alone, but they matter by making every other life matter, so they will fight to make everything matter. Rallying the Justice League, Wonder Woman leads them into the timeline for one final fight for everything. Justice League issue 39 was Scott Snyder's end to his fantastic run on the comic in a really awesome and intriguing way. I really enjoyed Scott's voice for the League here, especially Martian Manhunter, who was really the star character for his entire run. He got some really important things to do and some great character development development here. I enjoyed this also wasn't a particularly happy ending per se, and I love the idea of the League now going into what is essentially the timeline to fix things, and I imagine when they emerge on the other side, it will be in a post-Doomsday Clock world, especially since Doomsday Clock is actually mentioned here and mentioned to be part of the splintered reality that has been caused thanks to Perpetua effectively knocking the multiverse off balance. So I thought that was a quite interesting way to take it. I thoroughly enjoyed Scott's time on the book, and while I'm sad to see him leave, I am very much looking forward to Robert Venditti taking over and the stories he's planning on telling. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10.